What's up, you guys? Happy Monday. It's Sussan Mourad here with Clevver Music, and Leigh-Anne Pinnock has taken to Instagram to share her personal experience with racism. On Friday, Leigh-Anne posted a very powerful video in which she spoke about her experience being the only black member of Little Mix. In the video, she mentioned that she felt forced to, quote, work 10 times harder because she's the only black member of the girl group. We're going to share what Leigh-Anne had to say in her powerful message in just a second, but first we'd like to congratulate the singer on her recent engagement to longtime boyfriend Andre Gray. Leigh-Anne took to Instagram last week to announce the happy news, sharing these adorable engagement pictures and writing, "Guys, WTF has just happened. He bloody did it, and I said yes. I'm marrying my soulmate, the man of my flipping dreams. I am lost for words, so I think I'm just gonna go cry some more. Andre Gray, I love you so much. My world is literally complete." We couldn't be happier for the glowing couple, and we're wishing them a lifetime full of health and happiness. Of course, the world has been in mourning following the tragic murders of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and countless others who have lost their lives to racial injustice and police brutality. Since then, protests have been ongoing in the United States and worldwide. Many celebrities have also opened up about their experiences with racism. And now Leigh-Anne has shared her own thoughts in a 5-minute Instagram clip. Along with the video, she posted a caption in which she wrote, "Like many of you, I have been feeling really heavy with everything that we are seeing online and hearing on the news. In the past, I have mentioned some personal experiences that were triggered due to my race. More than ever, I felt like it was time that I was completely open and honest with you all because finally, the world is awake and people want to listen, help and understand." The singer continued to explain her motives for posting the video, writing, "I'm not doing this video for sympathy or for you to watch and then go about normal life. I'm doing it because enough is enough, and hopefully from sharing this we can all do more to understand the racism that takes place. In doing this, we are able to approach the bigger issue and break down systematic racism. All we want is equality and justice for our black community." Leigh-Anne opened up the video by sending her condolences to George Floyd as well as others who have lost their lives due to police brutality and racism. She then proceeded to read aloud a message that she wrote down in order to express her own experiences with racism. Leigh-Anne also referenced a previous interview in which she opened up about her race and explained what happened after the interview aired. She said, quote, "Some people sympathized, some said nothing. But one thing I took from that experience was that the world did not care enough about race." And she also went on to say this.
"At this moment, I feel for the first time in my life, racism is the topic of conversation. We have the world's attention. We cannot see this as a moment. This has to be a movement until the system designed to oppress us is no more, and we are seen as equals to our white counterparts."
Leigh-Anne continued to express that change will not happen overnight, as black people have been oppressed for over 400 years. And she shared her family history and how having a mixed-race family has, in her case, never caused her to view race as being a limitation as to what she could accomplish.
"Both my grandfathers came to England with the Windrush generation and both married white women in a time where interracial relationships was extremely frowned upon. Growing up, me and my sisters never saw race being a limitation on what we wanted to achieve. Because if our grandparents can raise mixed-race children in the 60s, we could do anything."
But Leigh-Anne also noted how one thing her and her sisters were doing was sleeping on racism.
"Too often, black people are reminded how far we have come as opposed to how far we can go. In doing this, we sleep on racism. Think about it. Do you ever hear white people having to be thankful about how far they have come as a race? There comes a point in every black human's life, no matter how much money you have or what you have achieved, you realise racism does not exclude you."
Then Leigh-Anne began to explain how 9 years ago when she joined Little Mix, she had, quote, "the biggest awakening of her life," when famous director and choreographer Frank Gatson told her this.
"When we were filming Wings, we worked with Frank Gatson. He said to me, 'You're the black girl, you have to work 10 times harder.'"
Leigh-Anne went on to say that never in her life had anyone said to her that she'd have to work harder because of her race. But she discovered later on that what Frank told her made sense.
"I learned that the dream of being in the biggest girl band in the world came with its flaws and consequences. Consequences such as knowing about the existing underlying racism in the creative industries. You learn to understand you can't be seen to be too loud or too opinionated. Otherwise, you're deemed a diva or aggressive.
And LeighAnne further explained what she learned, giving examples such as when walking into a room as a black woman in the industry, she would instantly be categorized as, quote, unapproachable or offish before anyone had even approached her. And she explained the challenges she has personally faced as a black woman in the industry, saying,
You learn that by voicing your opinion about the lack of diversity within the industry is like smashing your head against a brick wall. So at events, ceremonies, you learn to take great comfort from rare moments when you meet black creatives who understand this feeling of misplacement that you have inside.
LeighAnne elaborated on these sentiments, adding that for a moment when bonding with other black creatives in the industry, the dream is alive. But that reality quickly hits. In her case, the reality was the loneliness she would feel while touring in predominantly white countries.
I sing to fans who don't see me or hear me or cheer me on. My reality is feeling anxious before fan events and signings because I always feel like I'm the least favoured. My reality is constantly feeling like I have to work 10 times harder and longer to mark my place in the group because my talent alone isn't enough.
And LeighAnne continued to illustrate her reality in this powerful statement.
My reality is wanting to see other artists who I know are so talented but will never get the opportunities I have had because to the industry they are not marketable. But they will get behind someone else with the aspects of black culture the world wants to see, but leave behind the aspects they feel make them unmarketable. My reality is all the times that I have felt invisible within my group, part of me is fully aware that my experience would have been even harder to cope with had I been dark-skinned.
She concluded her video encouraging people to put an end to their silence and not be afraid to speak out against racism.
Our reality is no matter how far you think you have come, racism exists. It exists in sports, in the creative industries, in politics and policies, in the streets and in the hearts of racist individuals. We are no longer in a position where we need to be quiet on this matter. So let's all continue to speak up on racism and keep this movement going. Thank you.
The comment section of LeighAnne's post was filled with supportive messages from fans and artists alike, with one person writing, "Spoken from the heart as always. Keep breaking barriers and never let them break you. You're a true role model for many. We got you." Another fan wrote, "You were always my favorite little mixed girl. I love you. Thank you for being so strong. You're a really amazing role model." And we are so supportive of LeighAnne and thankful that she is sharing her truth and spreading the message on her platform. But right now, you guys, I want to know what you think about LeighAnne's message. Were you surprised to learn about her experiences? And also, what was the most important takeaway for you from her message? Let me know everything in the comment section below. After that, make sure you click right over here to learn why this movement is so important to us here at Clevver. I'm your host, Sussan Mourad. I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.